hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand, been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another orange morning. It is Friday, July 17th, 2026, here with Madelyn and Casey. It's good to be back. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Doing
good.
well. I just put it together that the orange flavored espresso tonic is actually on brand too.
Yes.
And I will say it's growing on me.
Okay.
On first sip, I wasn't sure about it, but
We're a few sips in now.
I think it was shocking at first.
Yeah. Nice.
Good update. That's how the week has gone, huh? We've got new energy drinks involved.
New energy drinks involved. New energy drink has entered the chat.
I'm going to tell you how my week went since I was gone.
You've been gone.
AI augmented HubSpot stack boot camp with Nico for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 90 minutes each day. We had a pretty good turnout. We had over 100 folks there on day one, and then it got whittled down to the, you know how boot camps go. I'm guilty of this myself. It's like you want to at least check it out, and then stuff comes up. But we ended with, a good 60 to 70 like folks that got activated this week. So it was good to see. I'm super grateful that HubSpot is even willing to go in this direction, because I think when it comes to learning AI, like 6 weeks long courses, like so much changes over the course of a month and a half now. Like, how do you even put curriculums together that hold up? So if we're actually certifying folks on what we're teaching, I think these short bursts kind of force that. So it was a good experience.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw you and Nico both post about it. I am excited for the humans that got to experience the boot camp. I know Zach on Wednesday had mentioned that he was kind of hoping to join, and hopefully you'll get to run it again and activate some more humans.
Yeah, looking to run it back. So yeah, you remember when HubSpot changed the community and how everything worked earlier this year?
Yes.
Yeah, that bug got a lot of us, and I think that's what got in the way for Zach this week. But yeah, back to, so it feels like a year ago since I've talked about updates, and remembered that I have to share it on screen too. So let's go
It's
there.
fine. It's fine. I've still been doing this, so I've been.
Thank you for holding it down.
Yeah. All right. Madeline, do you want to pick, or I guess we'll probably go through all four. Well,
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I feel like personalized product updates has been there for a while, but they must have maybe updated something, unless you guys genuinely haven't seen it yet.
well, this is the personalized product update. So, like this experience that we're in here. If you're not opted into the beta, this experience is a little different. The tabs are on the side and things like that. But there is something that has changed allegedly.
Nice. This is a
But
very
that's-
meta.
Yes, it's a very important change too, because now I might not just immediately go to all updates
Right?
instead of
Okay.
Discover.
All right. That gets me excited.
Because what's changed, they've added the ability to hide recommendations within Discover that aren't relevant while keeping them accessible in all updates.
Okay. Cool.
So in the Discover tab, it's going to. This Discover tab is a bigger piece of the new experience, and you can customize the order that things are shown here. But so you are now able to hide this recommendation. So if you're like, never show me this again, I hate seeing personalized.
Again, how meta is this? Like, it's a bigger problem for us because we just click all the beta buttons and we're doing a lot of fun stuff throughout the portal. So it recommends almost everything. But yeah, it's want to highlight.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just like kind of trying to think about the scenario where I would want to hide an up. Like I'm like, don't even show me this. I don't know.
I mean, there was a moment where I wouldn't have minded hiding like the daily help desk, like enterprise level service hub stuff. That's like, if you have 1,000 people on your team, it's like, yeah, I don't, and I don't have any clients, and I cannot relate to this update right now. But yeah, good to see this level of customization for that experience. And that probably means AI is learning behind the scenes. If you hide this recommendation a couple times for Service Hub, then maybe it won't show you that.
Hopefully not.
Import progress tracking.
This is the most interesting one on the list to me.
How far have we come where we are doing big enough imports and complex enough imports that it makes sense for it to take long enough to have progress tracking? What is it? You can now see real-time progress for your imports, including which processing stage you're in, a percentage complete for each stage, and your position in queue if your import is waiting to run.
Why does it matter? Starting an import used to mean submitting a file and waiting with no visibility into what's happening. You couldn't tell whether your import was queued, actively processing, or stuck. If you run large imports or multiple imports back to back, that uncertainty made it hard to know whether to wait, refresh, or start troubleshooting. Now you can see exactly where your import stands at every point, so you can spend less time wondering and more time acting on your data. I think this is a nice quality of life update. I can't say there's been a ton of situations where I've had an import so large that I've been like, what is like I've been stressed about what's happening. I have experienced this on the export side. If I'm like exporting a large data set and there is like you can see the percentage complete. So I'm envisioning that this is a similar experience to that.
That's a great point, Casey. I agree. I feel like the export is more what I expect to take longer, especially for people where most of your data is in HubSpot. So like if I'm exporting it because I don't know, just want to reference it real quick in a spreadsheet, or if I want to import it somewhere else, like usually the export takes longer for me. So I agree, Chris. I'm kind of surprised. But at the same time, maybe like for migrations, it might be handy for people, or portal to portal stuff.
I do think the how does it work section, like the part that's interesting for me, and I think that's like the queue part, like just knowing whether or not you are in one. Is like step one. So it says you'll see your position in the queue, and then the reason you're waiting, whether all concurrent slots are taken or only the large import slot. Imports under 10,000 rows can move ahead if only the large import slot is full. So we're differentiating between import sizes. And again, I think just knowing that there's not something wrong just because you're in a queue is something that's been needed like for a while.
Yeah, and there's a couple updates we've seen recently. There was one yesterday around the association limits that put visibility into how HubSpot's positioning itself to move up market. And I think this is probably in line with some of that. Like if HubSpot is selling to larger orgs, then this becomes more important.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, and it's hard to get super excited about it because if you're having to import a lot often, probably need a better system set up. Like there's something, but it's often when you are in bigger organizations and there's lots of bureaucratic stuff that gets in the way of proper integrations across teams, like often it can be a very quick win to develop some kind of import process at the end of the day, just export from over here, import from over here. And no matter what, it's usually an all or nothing records situation. So if you are doing that between ERPs and HubSpot, for example, it's fairly complex importing that happens. So makes sense. And I think that clarity, as I just talk about it out loud, like knowing that everything is in the queue, like because you expect like, okay, I'm gonna import these hundreds of thousands of records or these multiple spreadsheets. So of course they're not gonna all get done, right away. But we're trying to do at the end of day, and just some classification that it has been accepted and is being processed, right? Instead of waiting for like it to start whenever it's going to start, it's the way it has been. So thank you for that visibility.
Transactional SMS.
I am excited for like, let's say 10% of HubSpot teams. Like 10% of the teams that use HubSpot, I feel like end up needing this. I don't know what the 10 DLC means, but the transactional SMS at least is important.
Let's find out what it means. Businesses can now purchase a dedicated transactional SMS SKU, campaign and number to send non-marketing operational one-to-one. There's just so many slashes and punctuation here. So apologize. Not being able to get through this. SMS messages with a transactional subscription type.
Why does this one matter? Businesses need the ability to send operational or one-to-one SMS messages separately from marketing communications. However, current workflows force all messaging into a marketing-only model, leading to compliance risks, registration challenges, and customer confusion. The transactional SMS queue enables compliant transactional messaging either independently or alongside the marketing SMS queue. It also removes the need to rely on a single subscription flow. As a result, if a customer opts out of marketing SMS, businesses can still send essential transactional messages to that same number. If you're unfamiliar with the difference between like marketing messages and transactional, a marketing in the text sphere, a marketing text might be, we're having a sale, use this code for 10% off your purchases today only. And a transactional SKU might be, your package has shipped, here's your tracking code. So those transactional, and from like the back end, those are operated differently because of the compliance risks. There's some need for opt-in and opt-out of marketing messages that is not required for transactional messages.
And very similar to like the subscription types in email, if you use email but not texts.
Any guesses on what 10 DLC means?
I know. Okay.
There we go.
This SKU unlocks non-marketing 10 DLC registration flows, enabling operational/transactional messaging use cases.
That did give me more information.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's some, I don't know. I'm guessing it's some sort of like compliance back-end piece.
It's the official standard for businesses to send bulk text messages using standard local phone numbers.
Yep. So I asked Breeze, 10-digit long code.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what DLC. So not downloadable content.
So that's like the phone, like we all live in the United States. We all have 10-digit phone numbers. So that's the.
Yep.
Yeah, it must be something about you being able to use local phone number.
Yes. 10-digit long code.
I learned something new today that
somebody's random shorthand at some point in history became a real thing, because I don't think 10-digit long code is something that
someone that knows a lot about this is probably like really annoyed with us talking like this right now.
I'm glad. Like, it's what happens when you just throw your acronyms at us like this.
I'm not confident I'm gonna like lock that in though. It's gonna come up in 2 years and I'm gonna be like, 10 DLC, what's
if you're a gamer, like DLC means one thing. So
yeah, if you're a gamer, or isn't it also a battery? I don't know.
Could be.
It is kind of like a text DLC though, if you think about it.
Okay. Speaking of save deployment configuration drafts for Customer Agent, what is it? Users can save draft changes to Customer Agent deployment configurations before publishing, keeping updates separate from the live deployment until ready to go live.
Why does this matter? Managing live customer agent deployments requires frequent updates and testing, but previously all configuration changes were deployed immediately, making it difficult to control when updates became visible. This change allows users to review and prepare updates, reducing deployment risks and increasing confidence in testing before going live. So this is the as you're testing, they're just trying to make it easier to test and deploy Customer Agent at the end of the day.
I don't use Customer Agent much yet, but I like the sound of this because I know that in the past I've been really frustrated with the chat flow functionality and how it was so different than like workflow functionality,
Mhm.
especially for like just testing, like looking at how it works. You had to like click into each thing and I don't know, you can't see it all at once. I think they've changed it since then, but all that's to say it's really important for you to be able to kind of just tinker with it without it impacting
Mhm.
the live version.
All right.
Get caught up on the week here, I think, because I'm looking at my screen, and I'd already shared one with you, but there's some others uh, here, like this deprecating marketing control center.
Yes, that I saw that too. That also didn't come up. But I did talk to. Let me just-
I guess
I did
Riley.
talk to Ankur about that. I don't know where it's not here.
I can show it. On
Yeah,
my
you can show it on your side. This is not going well. But I did talk to Ankur about that, who is the friend of the show, product manager of the Marketing Control Center. And that is getting depreciated, deprecated, deprioritized, whatever word you want to use there. He did let me know they're working to integrate it into like the Breeze chat instead of having it be its own experience. So if you were trying this out, I've showed it. I've done like unboxings of it. We had Ankur on the show when it first got announced. It is a very cool feature. But yeah, they're working on rolling it into like your Breeze chat, which was interesting because when I was talking to Ankur about it, I said, I'm just always confused when I should go to one of these like separate experiences versus like the Breeze chat. So I'm under the impression they're trying to address that. People like me.
Yeah. I'm chatting with him later today. There's like a new social tool that they're working on, which is exciting. And there's a lot of that. I know when I talked to somebody from campaigns about some updates they're making there, and then you see teamwork, and it's like, how do you guys not like develop together? I don't know. It's like you're all going in the same direction. So it's really hard to not just tell you like, yeah, go like do the teamwork thing. Like that's what we all want, like Breeze chats everywhere. And so I'm going to choose to believe that our feedback is having an impact, Casey. So that makes sense. What was the one that I shared with you?
Oh, I have that one up if you want to go back to me. It was describe an app, deploy it to your portal.
Yes. The time is here. And I don't know if this is a direct descendant from Hubcode, but if you're out there and know what that was from Dharmesh, was like the beginning of vibe coding stuff directly into HubSpot, like infrastructure. It was app cards. And that was the first time I had ever heard of the concept of app pages. And this was in March or April. So what is this? Describe an app and deploy it to your portal in private beta. A conversational no-code tool that lets you describe a custom app in plain language and have it deployed directly into your HubSpot portal. No developer needed, no code. The app reads your real portal data every time you open it using your own permissions. Although very flexible, HubSpot's built-in tools like reports, dashboards, and views generally answer standard questions. This is for the questions that need a custom answer, a page that combines the exact objects, properties, and layout your team works from every day, presented in a way that doesn't exist in HubSpot, out of the box, or via existing customization possibilities. And I'm a little annoyed that they're relating all of this to reports. So I'm just going to show you what this means for us in our portal, and what I've started doing for clients as well, because a bunch of the challenge in HubSpot relates to documentation of how to do things in HubSpot, not being able to live in HubSpot, right? And now that we can add it to like Breeze projects and stuff like that, and there's always been great tools like Super to kind of like overlay and try to solve these problems. And so once I heard about app pages, I started thinking from this perspective, and like the first thing I did was create some Claude Code like stuff, some agents outside of HubSpot to be able to develop into HubSpot. And like this was like a first pass, just to try it out, right? And to see if I could do it successfully from outside of the system. Like what this update is doing something very similar inside of the system with Breeze Assistant, to the point where when it connects to, the data model, right? So I've brought data model documentation in here in a way that's, you can like mix the narrative and story of what objects are doing, which can be very helpful for users outside of just telling them IDs and properties and pipelines. But if we look at the deliverable object here, there is what is this object? It's like an object profile, right? And there's also some contracts which kind of mimic what the property documentation, does over when you're in properties, and you click on the sparkle to get help from AI. It'll give you when to update, when not to update, and verification. But then like connects to the live schema here as well. We've got pipelines. And the cool thing is like now I can call up Breeze and Breeze can see it, right? So basically any kind of app, and like anybody that's been activated from an AI native perspective, and you've been building apps outside of HubSpot, there is an infrastructure for you to just do it right now into HubSpot. But also, I think the biggest deal about this update is the fact that you will be able to, like it doesn't say it in the update. Yeah, we're bringing this into Breeze Assistant later this year, right? So you'll be able to do that with Breeze Assistant and make pages like this that do like so much in terms of using a lot of what you've seen in UI extensions, probably like custom UI extensions. It's the same kind of infrastructure. So it is exciting to see that.
That is exciting. I'm quiet because my brain is moving on how I can use this. I do see like one of the big limitations right now is that app pages you build are visible to you only. But it says not yet. So I know like I get that. It's just where my head immediately goes is like, does this help solve my biggest lead scoring challenge, which is getting the context from the score over to the reps who are like receiving the leads. But I have to be able to share the page with them.
Yeah, that's how it's it's going to be interesting to see how it's executed for sure. I think that's only a private beta
Mhm.
part, because this is, I think you guys can access this on your side, right?
You're
Um,
in. Sorry, I was just seeing which portal you were
in the
in.
Value First Team
Yeah.
regular portal, because it uses like the development platform, right? Which
Mhm.
is like, we're trying to not have people need to go over there to do this when we say things like no code, because even though I am doing it from outside, there's like a couple steps I still have to do inside of HubSpot. Where it's like
Mhm.
install, and then I got to go through the scary, like, not approved app screen,
Mhm.
and all the scopes. And we want to do that with Breeze Assistant. It's gonna be interesting to see what people build with it for sure, because I think from the reporting perspective, like if you're trying to do better reporting, some of the visuals I see Breeze Assistant creating, like, just enable your folks to just ask Breeze to answer the questions that they have,
Mhm.
and get good at standardizing that and putting some guardrails there, so it's not just building whatever it wants every time.
Mhm.
Because you're still not, since it's still using HubSpot architecture, like, you're not going to be able to get some of the visuals that you might have been enjoying from Breeze Assistant, like in the way that you can just fully design data right next to like narrative, right? So, speaking of narrative, do we
Nice segue.
want to understand our horoscopes today?
Yes. Do we have time for just one horoscope, or you think we have time to do a few?
We got a late start, so I think we can go a little late.
Okay. So right now it's Cancer season. I was looking up when Cancer ends, and I just Googled Cancer, and then it's
Big mistake.
like, yeah, big mistake. So
That wasn't one thing.
that's not how I
How
wanted
did
to
you
start my
not
day.
know I was trying to do HubSpot horoscopes for Cancer when I
Well,
Googled this?
even when you said I was wondering when Cancer ended, I was kind of like, I don't.
There we go. This is going to be great.
But it's Cancer season right now until July 22nd. So, and Cancer, here I was going to reference the Cancer sign traits as a refresher, because it's most similar to service. I think when we think of HubSpot and like marketing, sales, service, but the Cancer sign, the crab, are the nurturing caregivers. They're known for being empathetic and intuitive, and they form deep, loyal bonds, but their soft underbelly can lead them to hide behind a protective, sometimes moody outer shell. But that like loyalty and like empathy and intuition, I think maps really well to Service Hub and how you can use it best. So when it comes to this past week and past few weeks, most recent product updates, Cancer is in a care audit cycle. The question now is not just whether support feels warm, but whether it is clear, timely, and dependable. Most recent product updates that are shaping this horoscope reading are transactional SMS 10 DLC add-on, team email signature improvements that we talked about a few weeks ago, use records created in a workflow later in the workflow, use link text for URL properties, and also all of the recent updates related to customer agent, which I know there's been a ton. So Mercury retrograde in Cancer asks you to revisit how care is communicated. The Virgo moon wants practical improvement, not just good intentions. This is a moment to tighten handoffs, clarify guidance, and make reassurance easier to feel. These updates all point towards the same lesson. Trust is built through reachable communication, thoughtful tone, reliable follow through, and small clarity improvements. Cancer is being asked to grow from intuition into design, not louder support, better support. So nice feel good horoscope there, I feel like.
Auditing your care is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
And, especially on service teams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to go too deep there.
Yeah. There were also some Capricorn. So Capricorn maps really well to sales. Gemini maps really well to marketing. For Capricorn, the takeaway this time in the skies right now is Capricorn is being asked to turn discipline into durable advantage, not reinvention, but better engineering. This is based on call recording settings per user and team, the power dialer, where you can call more contacts with less manual work, payment links API, personalized navigation, and streamlined index page and updates to board view. These all support Capricorn's deeper lesson to reduce drag, strengthen controls, and make repetition cleaner, faster, and more scalable. And then for Gemini, some of the most recent updates were, again, the transactional SMS impacts marketing too, because now you don't have to worry about unsubscribe marketing texts impacting overall customer experience. Using custom event properties and email personalization tokens, that is very exciting. Score high impact pages with AI powered insights, data driven market discovery with performance insights. Breeze Assistant can now access campaign data, generate LinkedIn articles and posts from AEO recommendations. So for Gemini, we're in a signal amplification cycle. There's no shortage of energy, ideas, or experimentation right now. The challenge is not generating more, it's choosing what deserves momentum. Mars and Uranus in Gemini make this fast, inventive, and restless. The Virgo moon asks for organization. Mercury retrograde says refinement matters just as much as originality. These updates all reinforce Gemini's current gift: spotting promising signals, adapting quickly, personalizing intelligently, and turning one insight into many useful expressions.
And there's
So,
your horoscopes,
very
your
nice.
HubSpot horoscopes.
Do
There.
with that what you will. You've been guided.
You've been guided.
Yes. Throughout the week. Until next time, we hope everybody has a great weekend.
Have a great one. Bye.